You are now watching The Leaping Lemur.
Am I still moving to Hawaii? I don't know. I haven't even talked to him about that. And plus, I gotta convince my mom somehow, some way. Eventually, I want to leave the country. I don't want to live here anymore.
All right, here we go, y'all. Today, we're going to be talking about Big Toph once again. If you don't know what's been up with Tophiachu, lately she's just been hanging out outside with Mama Chu, doing her thing. That's Tophiachu's new style. She sits outside with some green screen background. Sometimes she doesn't use the background at all. And then she'll kind of siphon the Wi-Fi from like McDonald's or, you know, some kind of fast food place like that, like a Wendy's. And it's horrible. The lag has been horrible. That's why I haven't been able to get much videos out on her live streams. It's because it's literally unwatchable at most points. So I'm gonna try my best to get out the best clips out of this live stream, right? But for the most part, it's pretty fucking shitty. The reason that I want to look at this live stream though is because Tophiachu starts to talk about some heart condition she has. Now, she has had a heart condition in the past, but she's saying that it's coming back again. She hasn't seen a doctor. She hasn't talked to anybody about it, but she's saying that her side hurts. So it's an indicator that fluid is building around her heart. Like there's a special name for it or something like that. I don't fucking know. I'm not a doctor. I could look it up, but I really don't feel like going through the effort of looking up Tophiachu's condition that she might not even have right now, right? I know for a fact that she did have heart issues in the past, but I have no idea if she has heart issues now because she refuses to see a doctor. She's just kind of going based off of feelings, I guess. It's sort of the same shit as the whole major depression thing. Tophiachu doesn't see any professional. She's not trying to actually get diagnosed. She asked ChatGPT. She's like, you know, I have symptoms of X, Y, and Z, you know, tell me what I have type shit. And I'm sure she told ChatGPT about how she had heart issues in the past. So it already had that in its memory. And it was just kind of like, yeah, you know, you could possibly be having heart issues again. When Tophiachu doesn't know that for sure because she won't go and see a fucking doctor. But she'll sit there and use these conditions in order to try to get some kind of sympathy from whatever audience she has left, right? The only people that really watch Tophiachu at this point are people that dislike her. It's hate watchers, you know what I mean? It's detractors who know that she's a scammer and know that she's a liar. But she's trying to get any kind of sympathy she can because she saw what happened when she made the GoFundMe and started talking about how her brother passed away. People actually started listening to her. They actually started donating to her. They felt bad for her. So I think she's trying to sort of recreate that moment by talking about all these conditions that she has. Somehow all of a sudden it's like she's getting major depression and now she has heart issues. It's just all coming out of the woodworks, right?
Yeah, because my side is hurting. And I've had that for a while, so I think it's pericardial effusion. Because I had that before. It's like fluid buildup around the heart. You can get it again. Because I looked it up, I was like, well, if I had it, can I get it again? Because I had fluid buildup around my heart, and I haven't had the shortness of breath, but I've had the fluid buildup around my heart, and I think it might be because of the winter, because it's getting cold, but I don't know. It goes and comes and goes and comes, you know. So yeah, I'm doing all right. So I don't know. I could be slowly dying. Thank you for the gift. Yeah, you would want that one too.
I don't know why Tophiachu thinks it's cool to do this. I honestly don't know what the fuck she's thinking. She just wants sympathy. That's like the only thought that goes into my head. She must want sympathy because she's sitting here talking about how she could have a deadly disease, a deadly disorder. I don't know how you would describe it, right? She has something wrong with her heart, a heart issue, she's saying. And then she's claiming that she might pass away and using that to try to gain some kind of sympathy from her audience. It shows how much she truly doesn't give a fuck about any of this shit. It shows how bad of a person she is, that she uses not only her brother's passing, but also these medical conditions that she's had in the past in order to gain some kind of sympathy, right? Because that's how bad of a person she is. She needs to rely on these sort of things in order to seem like she has some kind of validity, right? Like people should actually be listening to her. She's like, hey, did you guys know my brother passed away? Did you guys know that I have a heart condition that could be coming back? You should actually watch my live streams, gift me, and then go to my Cash App and donate. Like that's Tophiachu's whole thing. And it shows how horrible of an individual she is that she uses these things to her advantage. And then I don't know if you guys caught it at the end, but she also said, yeah, you would want that, wouldn't you? It's like really hard to hear because she kind of mumbled it, you know, under her breath, but she's just fucking sick, like a really sick, twisted individual to try to be like using these things against people. The reason that nobody gives a fuck, the reason that people are trolling you about this is because they know that there's no actual validity to these statements. Like there's nothing to verify that you actually have this condition other than you looking up a Google search, right? You said that you looked up on Google if you can have this condition twice and it said yeah. You never said you went to the doctor. You never gave any other symptom besides your side hurting, which could be anything, right? Like it could be a lot of things other than your heart. You know what I mean? You are a very unhealthy person, so I could see why your side would be hurting. Do you understand what I mean? Like you're probably walking around and moving a lot more than you used to because you're living outside, so I'm sure that doesn't help. And you know, you're an overweight individual. I can see why your side would be hurting, you know what I mean? And you jump to the conclusion that it could be your heart. I don't understand what's wrong with this chick. It just makes you look fucking deranged. That's why people are trolling you and making fun of you for it. You know, it's not that people want to see you pass away. It's that they know that you don't have this, right? And nobody's going to believe that you have this until you actually go see a doctor. Just like nobody's going to believe you have major depression until you actually go talk to a therapist.
I'm alright, I guess. I don't know. So anyways, back to the pericardial effusion. If you have, like, pericardial effusion is like a heart thing, and I had the symptoms, so I know what it is because I've had that before. But I might have it again, so, because you can get it again, I don't know. I have like the side pain, it's not as bad, and I don't have the shortness of breath. I do have fatigue because I'm tired a lot, but I don't know. Well, I don't want to get poked, and also if I don't have a lot of the symptoms, it's just like side pain, and it goes away and then it comes, but I think that might be because winter is coming, the cold, but then again, I don't know.
It's like even this bitch is second guessing herself. Like even she's not confident in her diagnosis. She's like both confident and not confident. You know, at some point she's like, yeah, I'm pretty confident I have this. I've had the symptoms before. And then she'll also go on to be like, but it's also just side pain. And it could be that winter's coming. It's like, which is it? Like you've had this condition before. So do you recognize the symptoms? Are you having other symptoms besides the side pain? Because to me, it sounds like the only symptom that you're having is side pain. That's the only thing that you're describing. But yet you'll go on to be like, I had the symptoms before. I know how it feels. Is the only symptom side pain? I really highly doubt that. If you're having like heart issues, I'm sure you'd have like some kind of, you know, pain in your chest, that you would feel pressure. Like, you know, I haven't looked this up on Google. This is just me going based off of like the shit that you've described. It's like if pressure is building up, if you have fluid in your chest, you're gonna feel it, right? It's not just gonna be side pain. I mean, I'm sure that's a symptom, don't get me wrong, but I don't think that would be the main symptom of fluid buildup around your heart. Now, y'all, there's also another clip I found that I wanted to show y'all. This is from yesterday. It'll probably be like 2 days old once you guys watch this. And it's Tophiachu talking about how some guy wants to take her to Hawaii, wants to take her to Maui. Pretty fucking crazy, bro. I guess she's got a new boyfriend or a new love interest. I don't know if they're official yet, but she's been talking about him here and there on her live stream. And one of the things that she's bragging about is that this guy is trying to get her to go to Hawaii, which isn't happening, right? Like that's not real. No guy's trying to actually get her to go to Hawaii. It's some weirdo like Catfish or some kind of buddy troll who's trying to fuck with Tophia, who's gassing her up, right? They're like, oh yeah, totally, I'll fly you out to Hawaii, I'll take you to Maui, we'll go see this, that, and the other, and we'll do a bunch of fun stuff. And it's just to basically like like get her to want to talk to this person, like get her interested in this person. And they're doing a damn good job of it because she's starting to talk about them on her live stream, which is probably fueling things even more. They're like, fuck yeah, now she's talking about me on her live stream. Next thing you know, I'll be able to do this, that, and the other, and I'll tell her to do this. It's like, it's basically somebody who just wants to buddy troll Tophiachu by pretending to be a love interest. Same kind of shit that they would do with like Chris Chan, right? Or sometimes with Nova. Like, it happens a lot, and I feel like that's just exactly what's going down right here. It's gotten that shit written all over it.
What? Yes, I do. But yeah, that's crazy. I didn't think about that. Because it's like my mom. What? I can't read that. My fave song. What's your fave song or song artist? My fave song is Folded. My favorite song artist is Brandy. I gotta get off soon because I got videos I gotta post. Am I still moving to Hawaii? I don't know. I haven't even talked to him about that. And plus, I gotta convince my mom somehow, some way. Eventually, I want to leave the country. I don't want to live here anymore. Well, first he offered me a place to stay in Maui. He said he has a house in Maui. And then he said that he has some tiny homes in California, but I was going to try to talk to him and be like, hey, is it possible if me and my mom stay there?
So Tophia, in her delusional ass mind, genuinely believes that she's talking to some kind of real estate mogul who owns a bunch of tiny homes in California and a property in Maui. I mean, come on, dude. You're homeless. You're a homeless individual, Tophiachu. You're not like some kind of pretty model or anything like that. Even if you were, that wouldn't change anything, right? Nobody is gonna want you with the kind of mindset that you have. Nobody, like, you just want to fleece everything you can out of this dude, and you're straight up admitting that. You're admitting that. You're like, yeah, he said he had some tiny homes in California. I think I'm gonna ask him if me and my mom can live there. Insane shit. Like, imagine if this was a real guy. Of course, it's not a real guy, but imagine if it was a real guy. Like, how crazy would that be if you were offering this girl to live with you in Maui, and then she's like, yeah, sure, I'll live with you in Maui, but also, for the time being, can I also live in like all the other property that you have? Like, can you just give me a house? Insane delusion, bro. I'd be like, what the fuck? First of all, like, I don't see guys doing that. Like, why the fuck would a guy offer for you to come live with him? That's a huge red flag. Like, don't ever take that offer. Like, don't ever just go up and leave to another country with some random dude you just met. That's a horrible idea. But like, besides that, nobody's gonna want you. Like, nobody like that is gonna want you. Nobody is gonna want you in general, Tophiachu, until you change. And I can't believe that this girl is thinking about leaving her mom, who is a victim of a violent crime, right? Like, Brother Chu passed away, but let's not forget that Mama Chu was injured. Like, she's thinking about leaving her mom to go to Hawaii. How fucked up is that? Like, that thought even crossed her mind.
But because he likes me, even though I told him I don't like him like that, but he likes me. He owns business. He owns property. He has money. I'm pretty sure. But I don't date people for money. Really, I don't care. But, I mean, I'm like, you know, I don't know where I would go. He's never tried to hurt me. We've had friendly conversations. He's not out to, like, hurt me. And I'm not just gonna move somewhere with someone I don't know. Common sense. Like, I'm not moving.
Tophiachu just can't make up her fucking mind. One second she's talking about how she's thinking about moving with this guy and talking about how she's gonna convince her mom and all this bullshit, and the next second she's talking about how it would be crazy to move with this guy to another country who she barely met and how she doesn't even like him. It makes no sense. It doesn't at all. She's trying to say that she wouldn't date somebody for money, but yet the prospect of having this property and moving to Hawaii seems to really excite her, and it seems to be the only reason why she's talking to this guy, because she admits that she doesn't like him, he likes her, but she's still talking to him. Why? You would have to wonder why. It's because of the property. It's because of the prospect of moving to Maui. Like, that's how easy this girl is you just got to be like, yeah, I have a house you can live in. And she's like, okay, let's go. Like, let's do this thing. It's fucking wild. Tophiachu is crazy, bro. You should not be doing this shit. First of all, should not be talking to people on the internet like this, like randos on the internet. And then second of all, don't be talking about that shit on your live stream, like letting everybody know these intricate details into these relationships that you have, right? Especially if you want to keep them. I mean, it's a buddy troll anyway, but this chick thinks that this is real, right? And she's like airing this all out on her live stream. It looks really stupid. Makes you look shallow. Like, it's wild. She's straight up talking about how she's gonna try to convince her mom to let her move to Hawaii and how she wants to move out of the country, while her mom's sitting there coughing like that. Did you hear how bad she was coughing? She sounds really sick. I would be worried about her if I was you, but you're not worried about her. You're worried about going to Hawaii, going to Maui to see some random fucking guy you met on the internet because he has a lot of property. That's why. Like, literally, that's the reason that you give. You're like, yeah, he has a lot of property. I think he's rich. I really enjoy talking to this guy. It's like, why? Because he has money? Like, you literally have no money. You have no money, no house, but yet these are the things that you value in a partner, is somebody who has money. Basically the complete opposite of you, somebody who's hardworking and has money. And why? It's because you want some random guy to take care of you for the rest of your life, which based on your looks isn't fucking happening. Like, I don't know what the fuck you can do. Try harder, but I don't think it's gonna fucking happen. With that being said, that's all I have for today's video. Tophiachu's live streams are really hard to sit through. It's really hard to decipher anything she's saying because it's so laggy. She really needs to get some kind of data, switch her phone plan, something like that. But don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Thank you guys for watching. I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.